What's happening? Uh, hey, good. Hey, good. Something crazy here. It's like I've noticed, alright, for instance, down in the basement, um, I've noticed, even though it is wet, so there's water down there, so things are gonna rust, right? But there's a high rate of corrosion, like pennies. There's a penny on the floor, and it wasn't even in a very wet spot. It was away from the wetness, and it was totally green. And I know this happens also from acid when it touches certain metals, like copper, for instance, it turns green, and it's just strange how corrosive the environment is, and I'm wondering if even this lead thing, it ain't just lead, but there's a new element in water itself that makes it more corrosive. So in a way, it's that could compensate or at least make sense of some of the lead pipe breakdowns and the extra lead in it in the first place, because the corrosiveness. And I've noticed, like, look, it ain't even water from the pipes. It's just the water around and the environment here in the house, and it just was click, click, click to me real quick. That there might be something to it's like down in Florida, man. And when you live off the beach, the salt water flies in, and there's like this. It just seems to erode away everything that's in the path of that Gulf Stream or whatever. And I don't know, man. It's just something to take in consideration. But here's something else that's even deeper. And it's just It's crazy, man. I was sitting there. I was doing my FOC land bank community service type deal, and this dude was telling me that in order to get hired, helping with this camera's got a crack in the middle. That's why there's all this over here. It's not fairies, all right. There's just with the camera's dang defective. But anyway, this dude was telling me to get hired in as distributing water here. He said it. I can't remember which building he said it was, but he said it was on the third floor, room 322. Now, anyone who knows, look, I mean, that should be real easy to see the connection there on that. And I just think that's quite funny that to get a job for handing out the water here, like even, I did bomophones for a minute. And even like, the land bank thing, it's like, man, boarding up the past, man. In a way, it's kind of sad, but lot of crazy stuff going on with there's could be a lot more to it. Plus, I did see the National Guard handing out water, and it was kind of strange to see militarized looking people standing there, even if they're just helping. It was strange, I'm not used to that. And they kind of, I watched their, I'm sitting in the back of this van with tinted windows. I'm watching them, and they have these kind of like jerky head movements, like suspiciousness. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's their mindset, man. Is apprehensive, man, or whatnot. That's kind of crazy as well. And another thing, to get us all on the water bottle now, it's like who knows where this water's coming from? You know what I'm saying? They could be a switcheroo trickster action with that, like the Joker or the Scarecrow in Batman situation. There's a good movie to watch. It's called Water, The Great Mystery. It's a documentary, and it's about the structure of water and how it seems like they're way aware of things like lead increases violence in people because it causes brain damage basically, And I kept making these videos, man, and like probably about 8-9 months before it got released that there was lead, the first release of the information, which was way before it broke out big. I kept saying, man, dude, it just feels like my brain is having trouble think. Like, it just felt like, I thought I was just stressed out and worn out from the research, the conspiracy, and then, just chasing down the leads, man, and then always getting attacked and character assassinated all the time by different people here and there. It kind of, it'll wear on your morale. You know what I'm saying? And they do that intentionally. They try to wear out the saints, basically. So, I mean, I wasn't saying that about myself. I'm just saying that about people out here trying to kick the real truth in general. If you ain't getting attacked by many people, you're probably not. You're off the mark, man. You ain't all the way there yet. Because look, if you ain't at the point where it's like constant challenges, constant contention, because I mean it's there's spirits out right now that's got everyone like quick to be agitated. It's like just people have been effed with for so long now. They're just frustrated and like everyone's like just wound up real tight, and I mean it's crazy, but this could be intentional. And here's another thing that I've been thinking about: chemtrail vaccinations. You know what I'm saying? With all this anti-vax coming from Hollywood, Jim Carrey, Jenny McCarthy, I mean, I'll be hollering it out. I've been calling out the WHO, Bill Gates, all these type effers and their eugenics ops. And you know how it causes autism. And Zika, look, that's engineered, man. That's Georgia Guidestone. That's depopulation. And then the abortions getting selling the baby parts on the black market, and Cinemex flavor enhancers, all this stuff. I mean, man, dude, when you look at all that stuff, and, it just is like it's a miracle. We're not dead already, or just too far gone where you can't even see the stuff as it is anymore, and I mean, it's not that hard, man, for that to happen anyone. It was the other day, we were sitting there on the east side, and I'm looking around, man, all the houses hollowed out, burnt out, dilapidating, and I was like, dang, man, this looked like the jungle. And this dude walking by me says, sometimes it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. And that's like, look, yeah, that's us right now. But look, no, it's crazy. I'm gonna get footage when I get a chance of the hood, man. I mean, it is just it's crazy. I don't even recognize it anymore. It seems like 60 to 70% of things are boarded up and broke down. And I think that's in the art of war, too. It says when you have long, drawn-out wars where you go fight far away, it makes it puts you in a situation where everything's broken. All the houses are gone. No one can afford to live there. Or people are dead from fighting in the war, so they can't be there. There's no, the industry's all messed up because everything's appropriated to the war, so it's like everyone's working for max for the least amount, and sometimes it's just food. And we won't cap you in the head and throw you in that hole if you just be a good servant to the new regime. I mean, they be doing stuff like that out here, man. So that's what it says in it, Art of War. Once again, I'll keep, there's certain points. It's like, it's not, I don't necessarily live by that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't live by the sword. You know what I'm saying? It's like, though I may practice my swordsmanship, but I don't live by it, nor for it. I don't live to just slay people, or, you know what I'm saying? It's just more for it's a more intense way for me to practice something, and you get like a higher level of focus and concentration. And you know, I mean, I believe it's healthy as long as you got a person who don't let it go to their head, and then they, you know, misuse. You know, it's just like, you know, if you say you're the, you know, pro Olympian, best in the world. I mean, why would you take a challenge from like a weakling or some punk? That would make you some kind of bully. Same thing there. It's like people assume that, you know, just because you might practice things, that's like you're just dying to go and do something bad to somebody, and that's not even true at all, man. I mean, there's many examples of it out there, and how people do, you know, things like that, and it's like they don't misuse it. There's many examples out here. So, but then there's many people out here who being abusing their power, you know, and their authority and their knowledge and their skills, and they use them for evil, and that's what that's a struggle we're all in. You know what I'm saying? That battle between good and evil. It's not just external, it's just as internal, if not more so sometimes than external, but it's both. So that's the thing, you know. It's in you, but it's like it doesn't solely lie with you. It's like if you don't realize, it's like do unto others as done unto you. That's the you got to be mindful of others as well as yourself. So I mean, out here, man, and that's, you know, one of the reasons why, you know, be taking these notes and then throwing these videos out here, just to let people pick my brain a little bit and glean glean from it what they can that's useful to them in their situation, and then whatever doesn't fit your paradigm or doesn't click with you right now, just, you know, just toss it out. You know, that's basically how it is. It's like people show me stuff, so you know, I try to reciprocate the favors there, you know, and the blessings.